The date is January 3rd, 2016, and I'm making this video to show the new bathroom that I put in my house. I've been working on this new bathroom ever since, I don't know, August, I guess officially August of 2015, but before that because I've been doing preparation work with the sewer line and the excavation and everything else. So what you're looking at there is the entrance to my new bathroom. This is the kitchen. It's in pretty rough shape. I mean, it's never been redone. The floor's trashed because, I mean, when we moved in I needed to, it'll be all tiled and I'll fix it. I'll fix the kitchen later, but anyway, that's why that paint job's kind of trashed right there on the cabinets, because I'm going to rip those out later and put a new kitchen in. So I had to put a pocket door in because there was no way that my door could swing into the kitchen, and there was no way that my door could swing into the bathroom. So now I have a pocket door here. I still haven't put the handle on, but I'll put that on later. The pocket door just slides right back into the wall. And anyway, this is my new bathroom. You see there, that's my shower with the glass doors. And that's the toilet and the vanity. Well, it's not a vanity, it's just a lavatory, a little pedestal sink. New tile floor, and it's a tight little space here. I didn't have room for a real tub. I did have room for a 4-foot shower, so I bought a shower pan and, you know, framed around it. I had some dead space back there, and so in that dead space I put little shelves for my soap and my shampoo. And I'll come in and give you a closer view of the shower. It was quite a project putting the sliding glass door on, because I had to frame I had to make sure my framing was right on, otherwise my door would never fit in, and it just barely fit in. So right up there is where the humidity and the hot water, because it forms vapors, and so it comes out there and it goes up. Then the water vapors go through my ceiling fan right there. I still have to get up there and, you know, scrape off that paint that got on the ceiling fan, but anyway, so here's the shower, and that's the shower head, of course. Now I'm tiled all the way up, so I got about 8 feet high in my shower. I just didn't want to have mold and garbage up above my tile. So I took the tile all the way up, got a can light right up in there that I put in, and then my shower valve, and the shelves again, you know, because I don't like those little nasty shower caddies that you put up on the shower head with all the soap and garbage in there, so I made these shelves with that dead space. I did everything myself in here in this bathroom. I did everything from start to finish. And the shower took the longest because of all the tile, you know, all the little cuts I had to make. And this is the first time I've ever tiled a shower. I've done floors before. I've done a couple floors before, but I've never tiled a shower before. And my biggest problem I ran into was those the mosaic tiles right there, those little gray tiles. They were thinner than everything else, and so I had to put a bunch of thin set behind them to get them out to the surface of the other tiles, and so I had to go through and clean all that out with my little grinder, and it took a long time. It was really dusty. And the reason I tiled it was because I wanted a window in my shower, and I want an openable window, so I've got one now. I had to put a brand new window in. I framed that window in myself, put a brand new window in. And the shower pan that I bought, it comes with, you know, it came with the surround, the modular surround, but I didn't want to put that in because I don't want to have to cut through that for my windows, so I just tiled it. So I had to bring the tile out so that it goes over and laps appropriately over the shower pan, which it does now. And then I was able to fit the glass door on, because the glass door is also made specifically for the shower pan, and it's American standard. I think it's called curvation. I think that's the name of the shower pan. But anyway, you know, there's a few little rough cuts and things, and the grout lines are a little bit rough, but you know, for all the work, I'm very pleased with it, very satisfied. And so now I have a decent shower. We do have another bathroom in our house, but it's disgusting. So we finally have a nice bathroom in here. Now here's my toilet, Kohler brand, and you know, you do have just enough room to get into the shower. I think my width in this bathroom is 4'9", and so it's not quite a standard 5-foot bathroom, but I still made it work. Got my ceiling fan up there, like I mentioned, the light fan combo. I just turned off the fan because it was too noisy. And then this is my light I put in over my sink here, right there over my my pedestal sink. And then I have this medicine cabinet, and it is recessed into the wall because I made this wall a wet wall, so all my plumbing could go in there. And so my medicine cabinet sits flush, and it's pretty nice. I mean, it's just the Glacier Bay brand, but I couldn't find anything else that I liked so much, so it was kind of a cheaper one, but I like it. You know, it's got the glass shelves and the mirrors, and it opens like so you can give yourself a haircut. So if you can if I can get the camera right, and whatever, you get the picture, but you know, it's got the mirrors on both sides. And so I'm pleased with that. And then toilet paper rack, I put it up so high because I don't want my kids throwing the toilet paper in the toilet and clogging the drain up. My little pedestal sink here, the Pfister brand faucets. And yeah, I checked everything for leaks. There's no leaks down here. Saw my supply lines and all that. And my one little problem right there with the drain is this cover plate. It's out too far, but I can't push it back in more because I made my trap adapter. I stuck it out too far out of the wall, but maybe I can find another plate that's a little bit longer so I can cover that up. But it still looks pretty good, you know. It's I like those little shark bite fitting angle stops. And the floor, it was quite challenging because this room before, it was, when I moved into this house, they had some spiral stairs or whatever right where my shower was, but there was not enough headroom to get down in the basement. You literally had to bend over backwards to walk down in the basement. So I tore all that out. I tore this whole room out. It was disgusting. There was a door right here. There was an exterior door right here that went to the back of my property. And so that's how you got in and out of the house. Well, of course, I framed that over. I'm not going to have a door coming into my bathroom. And so last year, I put that door in right there. So I still have some work to do, you know, with the texturing and painting that. I never painted that, but that's my new entrance to the back of my house. And unfortunately, my electrical panel is still in the bathroom. I'm going to move it later because it's not supposed to be in the bathroom. But right now, you know, it's in there. I put all my electricity in this bathroom on one home run. I have that can light, I've got the fan and the light, I have this light, and then I have my little GFCI outlet right there. And these are kind of nice because they have that night light thing. So whenever you turn off the lights, then that comes on, so you don't even ever have to buy a night light. And I have another one over here. So this is all this electricity right here is on a new breaker. I had to get into my box and I had to install, you can't see it now, but I'm going to turn it back on. I had to install a tandem breaker right there because I didn't have enough spots on my panel for another breaker, so I had to put a tandem breaker in. I had an electrician come over and he pulled out the breaker for me, and he asked me if I had the right kind, and I did not, at that time I did not have the right kind, so I had to go and get the right kind, and I ended up putting it in myself once I saw how easy it was to pull out. And then I talked to another guy I know, and he told me what parts of the box was hot, you know, and I have my little electrical volt tester in there, and I've been reading about you know, putting in circuits in a box, and so I didn't get shocked. I was afraid I would, but I didn't, of course. Otherwise I never would have done the work if I thought I was going to get shocked. So that's in, that's nice, and I left enough room on my home run up there in my attic so that when I move my panel, then I don't have to run another wire for the home run. And this right here, that hole in the wall, that's going to be my laundry chute. All I have to do is build a little door and a frame, and I'll just cut the sheetrock around, and then we can just take our clothes off and throw it downstairs, because directly under us is that's the laundry down there. This area before I made this bathroom is where the washer and dryer was, but it was disgusting because the exterior door that was right here, it would open up and it would hit the washer and dryer, and there wasn't room. It was stupid, so I didn't want to have the washer and dryer up here anymore. So that's everything that you can see. Now I'm going to take you out and show you what you can't see on the bathroom. So I'm going to go out and show you the new window. And then I had to put these new steps in, which they're pretty dirty because of all my tile work, but by the time winter's over, that will wear off. And I thought they were just temporary at the time. I don't know, I guess they're permanent. We'll see what happens, but anyway, so there they are, just some wood steps. Had to put those in. And then the new door, I gotta get in there and sand my casing and paint it. Haven't done that yet. But anyway, we'll walk over here so you can see and anyway, that's the door that used to be there. I just took it off the hinges, I nailed it back up, and then I insulated around there, and then that'll all be covered when I put a new wall there for my walkout stairs later. So then I'll have to tear down this nasty little porch right here, and then that's my electrical service right there where it comes in from the city. I'm just gonna have to move it over to about right here, so when I have my walkout staircase for my basement, then it'll be right there. But anyway, this window well that you're looking at, I put that in new last spring because there was an old window right here that they didn't even have a window well. They put the window in the ground, and they literally threw dirt up against the window, so the water and snow would just drip right through that window. But now the snow and water can't get in my window, and I got a nice escape in case there's a tornado and our house falls down on us. Now we have a way to get out of our basement. Anyway, the reason I came out here was to show you the new window from my bathroom. And so there it is. And again, I got to get there and sand that. Well, I have to putty those holes for my casing and paint it. But that's the only way I could put the new window in, because I didn't want to have to tear my siding off and put a brand new siding up to the window, so I just put the trim around there. So we'll paint that later. But what you're looking at right here, and you can't see it because it's underground, is my new sewer line, because I put a brand new sewer line in right here, and they had an old junky shed right here on top of the sewer line, so I had to tear that down, and I replaced my sewer line from this point put a new clean out on. There was never a clean out. Well, yeah, there was a clean out right here, but anyway, I put a new clean out on, and I replaced it up to about this point right here, which is, I don't know, 10 feet or 15 feet of sewer line. And then right here, I put a new branch from my sewer line going this way. I put a new branch into my basement. So I had to entirely redo the drain system. And if you can look up there on my roof, then that's my vent for my whole bathroom, my new drain system. That's my new vent. And that beside it is that's for my exhaust fan for all the vapors to come out. They say you're supposed to put those up on the roof because if you put it in your soffit, then all the condensation will just end up in your attic anyway. So anyway, it took me a while to get up there and put all that stuff in. And of course my roof is horrible and I need to redo my roof, but I put enough roofing tar around all that so when it's not going to leak. And I'm going to show you right here, this is my new hose bib. I put a brand new hose bib on right here because I redid every single water line in this house. And let's go downstairs and look at that right now. And as we're moving around here, you'll see the new front door I put on. I put a new front entry door on. The other one was just garbage and it was leaking, air was leaking through it, and so we were losing a lot of heat in the winter, so I put a new one on. And again, same thing, I gotta sand the casing and paint the casing. And but this one's nice. It's got, it's got the weather stripping. I still need to fix the threshold a little bit. And it's a fiberglass door. And so that helps to keep the heat in the house. And it's a bigger door than the other one was on there. So now we're going to go downstairs. And these stairs I put in last year about this time, because the other stairs there was no room. It's still not finished. We're living in a construction zone, but you see how my sheetrock work and my arch and everything. I did arches all around here. And so anyway, later I'll put the railing on. But for right now, at least we have a way to get up and down. And now I can work down here. It's kind of messy. I got all my tools and everything down here. But let's look at the new water lines. And I'm going to redo all this electricity when I redo my panel. But right now these lights work okay just to, to have some kind of light down here, because I'm not ever going to make this into a living space because there's not enough headroom down here. So anyway, this is where my water line comes in. Right there you see that copper. That's where it comes in from outside. So I tapped onto that, put a new shutoff valve, I put everything brand new, because the old water line that I replaced, everything was run off 1/2 inch for the entire house. And so I did not have enough water pressure. So I took a 3/4 line and I ran my 3/4 line all the way into my hot water heater, which is right here. And I need to replace the hot water heater, but it still works right now, so we'll just leave it alone until it goes out. And I put a new 3/4 line from my hot water heater out, and then I ran 3/4 lines all the way, but then when I got to an individual fixture, then I stepped it down to 1/2 inch. So this is the old bathroom, and you can see how disgusting it is under there. I don't even have enough room to work. This is just all the plumbing it was like that. I haven't done anything to it. I just went in there and insulated that. And so anyway, my grand plan is to tear this out and make myself a nice little area under there where I can walk under there, and then I can work when I do my plumbing for the other bathroom when I go to redo that. But anyway, like over here, do you see all my new water lines? I had to put I put a new washer down here, and I had to build a little wooden floor to make it level because my washer wouldn't wouldn't turn if it wasn't level. The other floor before was not level. The concrete floor is not level, so I had to do this. Plus it's nice to have it up a little bit higher so you don't have to bend over, and I put a box around there so when you throw a blanket in there and it gets to shake and it won't fall off the floor and crash. Anyway, so here's my new water lines for my new bathroom. I put a bunch of these shark bite fittings on everywhere. The elbows. I know I didn't have to with this PEX tube. I could have just bent it, but I think it looks so much better and it's so much more organized. And those shark bite fittings cost me a lot of money, but they're on now and they're easy to take off. Those other crimp fittings, I don't like them so much. I know they're cheaper, but these shark bite fittings are so much more versatile. And so anyway, there's all my new water lines for my bathroom. And then here's my drain system. This is my shower. I don't even know if you can see that anymore. But there's my P-trap. And I got my little clean out right there. And then it goes up. And it vents up right there and ties into my main vent that I showed you outside. And then this is the toilet right here. That arm out there farther, that's where the waste falls. And then this other one, that's for my vent. And then that's for my kitchen sink. I had to tie my kitchen sink into that. And that's for my lavatory. And so all the waste will come down, fall right here. And I had to put that flex coupler on because I could not get everything together because I had already glued all this stuff on. So there was no way, so I had to put that flex coupler on. But anyway, I've checked it, I've run everything, came down here, checked for leaks. There's no leaks in my drain system. The only leak that there ever was is back here. You can see my clean out right there, down below. There was a leak right there because I had never tightened the clean out plug right. But then I went and tightened it, and now there's not a leak there anymore. So anyway, I like my drain system. I never put in a drain system before. The only thing I'd really ever done was put a toilet flange on, which it's this part right here that's from the bottom. I'd only put the toilet flange on, but this time I put the entire drain system on. So I know how to do that now. And my water lines, I had never really done much with water lines either, but whatever. The reason I did it myself is because I thought, well, no matter what I do, it cannot be any worse than the garbage that somebody else has already put in here. And like this is the existing stuff that was already on here, which, I mean, there's no problem with this one right here. It hasn't leaked or anything, but there is a leak up in the existing shower, and you can see it kind of comes to the floor and I'll have to rip it out before I can fix that leak up there. But anyway, like I say, when I do the new bathroom, then I can fix all those. I can fix that leak. And then also earlier last year I had put in brand new floor joists in my entire basement, and so there was weak points. There was some joists that were just cracked. They were rotten, like that one right there. See that huge crack right there? So I put a new floor joist up next to all these old ones, and now I was able to run my water lines up through the floor. And then later I will be able to put my electricity. I'm not gonna use these old disgusting Romex wires. I'm gonna put new that armored cable, and I'm gonna put the lights right up on the new blocks that I've been laying there. And this is the new window from the inside. So we got a lot of junk here because I've been working all vacation with the new bathroom, so I haven't organized down here. But that's the new window. That's how we get out of the basement if there's ever a tornado and the house falls in on us. Which there was a tornado last year and we were down here in the basement. So I'm going to get my tornado shelter going. That's the new stairs. I'm working on some new cabinets right there. So I can put all my tools there and my miter saw and all that. And then right here I want to put a walkout door from my basement and some stairs up, so that we have another exit from our basement in the case of a tornado. So anyway, that's my video, and I hope you liked it. And it was that bathroom all had to be done because there was no access, and I've put access in with my stairs. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.